Here is Unit 3, Assignment 2. Suppose you are the first linguist to name hand shapes for these following signs. For number 1, girl, just an open A. Like an A, you just open up the thumb. Girl. Elevator, you have your E for your strong hand, then a palm for your weak hand. Elevator. 3, 4, spaghetti, you have two eyes. Just take two eye hands and spaghetti. Then awkward. Yeah, just 2, 3 hands. That's pretty simple. Awkward. Then travel. Travel. Sort of, you could call it a bent V, but I decided to go with, like, if you were holding up the number 2, but then somebody dropped a brick on your hand, you're gonna bend your fingers after that. So either way you want to put it. Then we have play. Play. Got two Y hands. It's, again, pretty self-explanatory. Then lecture. Lecture, you sort of have open palm sort of thing going on. Lecture, not quite a 5, not a B, just open palm. Lecture. Preach, you have either an F or a 9 hand. Again, there was a thing about being consistent in what you call it as you teach it. If you call it 9, you gotta be consistent with that. If you call it F, be consistent with that. But either an F or a 9, it's the same exact thing. Next, we have people, which, people. Just 2 P's. People. Again, a lot of this is self-explanatory. After that, you have give. Give, which, looking back at it, flat O, that would have been just like the bent V, but I called it 2 with a brick hand dropped on it. I call it like, how, this might be a little racist. It's like the Italian pizza da pasta, boppity boopy thing, flat O. It's, it's a flat O. Alright, and then math, I actually forget the sign for that, but M. M's. Because there's like a conflict. I don't know. I forget the sign, but the hand shape is an M nonetheless. Pity. Guess what? No, I do remember this. Yeah, like 25. You know how alternate way of signing 25. 25. Get those. Pity. All right, then mother. 5 hand. Simple. Always have a 1 hand. Then plate. Where is that? L. Plate. I think. I can't quite remember it. Surprise, surprise. You got pretty much L hands, I know. The rest of the fingers are a little more relaxed. But it's an L hand nonetheless. Lobster, first you have U's, then twos. Back to U's, then twos. Then U's, then twos. So, or V, but U2. Should is an X hand. You should do that. Then marry is 2 C shapes coming together like that. Pick a name for the location of each of the following signs for question number 2. Play, oh there it is around at the chest area. From about here to here, you probably couldn't see all that. I can't see the camera right now. Then not right under the chin. And then feel, just right there around the sternum, high chest. It's all the same place. The torso, if you want to get in any more vague. Doctor, right there at the wrist. Doctor, at least that's how I learned it. Then face. Surprise, surprise, it's around your face. I didn't see that one coming. Yesterday is at the jawline. Yesterday. I can't remember it right now. Yeah. Then, hospital is right at the bicep. Hospital. Let's see. Time at the wrist. Again, the back of the wrist this time. Then you have strict. Chest to nose. Strict. Yes. Strict. Or is it strict? It's either chest to nose or nose to chest. Again, can't really remember. Anyway, broke as in no money, right there at the bottom of the neck, around the clavicle for the collarbone. There's punish at the elbow, punish, and duty, back of wrist. Can't remember the sign for it. Of course I can't. I can't remember the sign, but the location would be at the back of the wrist. So I'm just going to continue. Number 3, pick a name for the movement in each of the signs listed below. Oh, right there. Alright. For a press, you're sort of doing a forward sort of flick of the wrist. Busy, moving it side to side. Key lock, you're twisting your wrist, you're turning it. Boil, you're wiggling your fingers while moving your hand in sort of a circle motion. Related, where was that? There we are. Back and forth. Related. We are related. He's my brother. But no, not that. He's my brother. Anyway, where was I? Maybe. Up and down. Maybe. Then you have sell. Sell, which is a flick. An outward flick of the wrist. Sell. Where was I? Yes. You're going... What? Sorry, I think I lost my place. Maybe. Sell, twist. That doesn't make sense. A twist, an up and down motion of the wrist. Something like that. It's like you're nodding your wrist. Coffee. You are twisting your hands side to side. Well, not really side to side, but you're just twisting your hands like that. Miss. Going from one side down to the other. Oh, I missed it. Or I miss you. There are like 4 or 5 different words for miss. Therefore, 4 or 5 different signs for miss. I can't quite remember because I learned them all a couple of years ago. Anyway, travel is sort of a semicircle around. Oh wait, no, it's movement, not location. Okay, so you just sort of move it in a semicircle. I was traveling to West Virginia. I live in West Virginia. Why did I say that? Anyway, commute. Let's see if I can remember that. Out and in. I don't remember. Semicircle, out and in. Okay, I'm just... Oh my goodness. Sorry about this. Please bear with me. Commute. Not ASP. ASL, you dingus. Alright. Aha. Commute. Commute. Kind of like you're taking your... What are they called? I forget the name. I'm gonna move on. Anyway. Clear. Where am I? Together and out. Clear. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Anyway. Approach. Approach. Guess what? I forget the sign for that. But lift is what I have written down. Then for divide, split, divide like egg, but with all 4 of your fingers. Then die, you flip your hands over. Fascinating, you sort of grab the air in front of your face, like fascinating. Your hands come from either side of your face, come inward, and at the same time you're sort of grabbing the air, like all of your attention is focusing on that one thing, and it is not letting go. Fascinating. And then contact. There we go. Moving it back to forth. Contact. I'll keep in contact with you, or whatever. Alright, and then using the labels you have picked for hand shape, location, and movement, describe the following signs. Children, or the one-handed sign variant. Children, you have a flat palm to the side of your chest area, and you move it up and down while going out. Children, like you're patting each one of their tiny little heads. Children. Alright, then for play, you have 2 Y's at your chest, and you just go and bounce them up and down. Play. For train, you have 2 U's around the chest area, stack them on top of each other, slide them back and forth. Train. Understand, you have an 11 at your forehead, 11, put it up at your forehead, and you just sign 11. You flick your finger twice. Understand. Excuse me. Deaf, You have a one hand, start at your jaw and travel up, or ear, travel down. I always do it jaw to ear. But anyway, and then lastly, give. You take your Italian hands, your flat O's, and you take them from your chest, and you sort of flip them over and put them out. I'll give this to you. Alright, so I believe, yes, that is it for Unit 3, question, assignment 2.